I was not expecting that. Wow. Hi guys, welcome back. So the weather has really turned now. It's got cold and it's got super wet, and today we're going to look at building some pretty spicy reactive targets. Now I found this in a skip in the spring. It's actually one of the old-fashioned hilti nail guns. These actually take a cartridge, looks like a bullet cartridge. That's the propellant that they use to fire the nails. Now, not that common nowadays, these old-fashioned nailers, but in the box here was a couple of boxes of all of the little bullet casings here. They effectively look like a larger blank, actually. So you can see here that they're actually a slightly larger calibre than your traditional 22LR 22 if you're in America. These are a .27 calibre, pinch tops on there, but they come in 4 different power ratings. These are going to be the interesting ones. These are the extra high power, spicy ones. So we're going to use a few of those, but I've got a good couple of hundred of all the different versions of these in here. Different colours denotes the different powers, and I guess in our instance it's going to be the noisier ones are going to be the higher powered ones. We've got loads of those in there to use. I need to sort them out and put them all in the correct pot. Interestingly, I looked at these again recently. You can still buy these actually. They now come on a plastic strip, almost like a magazine belt if you like. Really, really expensive. They're £24 a 100, and we've got at least 400 here. So we've got about 100 quid's worth of ammo to use in our new targets. Interestingly, in the box as well was these quite cool looking little nails. They've got a 1/4 inch thread on the back there, look. A little stop here. We could probably use these, put some spinners on there maybe, so definitely going to keep hold of those. I don't think we're going to do much with the nail gun itself. That's a surefire way of getting ourselves kicked off of YouTube. However, we've got here the old Gammo face plates. Now we've used a few of these on the channel before, just a laser cut, whatever they are, target face plate. We're going to use one of those, probably put a plate on the back and drill it so we can actually put the blanks in from the front. These are a rimfire type, so as soon as we get an impact on the back here, hopefully that will go off with a nice crack. Should get a bit of a puff of smoke as well. So I'm going to move all this around and see if we can get this going, shall we? I think to start with we're going to use the little cockerel face plate, 'cause it's quite an interesting one. I haven't used one of these before, and I think once we've painted him up he'll look pretty cool. Now these are an interesting size, being 27 calibre. They are 6.81 nominal across, so we need to work out how we can get a reasonably tight fitting hole. I'm going to put a piece of steel plate on the back of here. I'm going to drill it from the front so we can actually sort of hopefully wedge these in with a friction fit from the front here. We've got the little neck here that will hopefully stop them. So they'll sit just slightly proud of the plate that goes on the back there, and hopefully that means if it's a good fit, it won't then vibrate out if we get any misses, any plate hits or anything like that. Right, one little bit of stainless plate. That's actually 5.5mm thick, so that's going to be pretty stout. Now what we do need to do is give that a clean up when we're finished, but I'm just going to mark up all of the holes. Once we've got that bolted onto the back of there, we'll work out where the centre is. Now I think for the moment we're just going to put a single cartridge in it. We don't want to put tons and tons in there. It's going to be a small enough target to hit, especially if we push the ranges out, so it's going to be quite tricky, so I don't mind changing over after each hit. We've got plenty of space here. We could probably put them all around if we wanted to, but I think to start with we'll recess one straight in the centre, get that to bolt on the back, and put a couple of bolts in from the front. We'll lose those when they get painted over, and that will sit on the back something like that. Right, I've been messing around with this for ages, so I've just bolted it all together. I've ended up actually opening the holes out, so these are actually a loose fit at the moment. I was trying just to fettle these holes so they were a friction fit, but of course because these are very, very shallow and we've got quite a thick stainless plate on the back there, I didn't have anything to grab hold of it. I could have probably put a zip tie around the back of it if the casing was longer like a 22. However, I think what we're going to do now is cut a thin piece of stainless plate that's going to go in between the front plate and the back plate. We'll just put a slightly smaller hole. So we'll maybe put a 6mm hole in there that will actually, then we can put these in, we can sandwich it all between the stainless plate, between the two of these, and they won't be able to fall out. So a little bit of work to swap them over and replace them, but given that it's only a 6mm hit zone that we're going to have on there, we shouldn't be changing them too regularly. So I think we'll probably get back to this tomorrow when it warms up again. I've got some nice stainless sheet here, we'll cut that out and just have that as a retaining piece. Right, so the plan is then that we can load them up. Don't know how long that stainless plate's going to last. Huh. She lines up fairly well. Hopefully you can see that there now. So the little stainless plate, it's all pinched in between. So that's actually retaining the little cartridges in there. We'll have to give that a go. I wonder if you'll get a sort of a hit round here, whether that's enough to set that off. Hopefully it won't be. Otherwise we'll need to make another thick stainless one and recess it, but do a similar thing with that. Right, I'm done for the day. It's freezing cold. We're going to get this cleaned up, probably get a bit of paint on there and go and see if it works, and then go and see which of these is the loudest, shall we? It's going to be pretty fun. Right, I think this is all going to work. I'm just going to give it a quick key up, just get it ready for paint, make him look fancy, and then we can go and test these out. I've also got a couple of experiments to see how dangerous these are. We're going to put some bits behind these. Right, I'm going to go stick that on the radiator to warm up. It's absolutely bitter out here. Get some etch primer on there, and we'll see if we can get Samantha to paint him up. Look, something cool, eh? Check this out. I asked Samantha to paint it up like a chicken or a cockerel. That's brilliant, but we do need to stick on a comedy little eye, so we'll quickly get that on there. We've got a huge storm rolling over, so we need to get this all together, get it up the farm and get it shot, because I want to get this done before the weekend. It's been a little while since I've had a video out, so let's get an eye stuck on. If I see you at the farm and I sound like a robot, it's really windy up there. I've got an AI wind removal thing in the editing software, but it does tend to make me sound a bit like a robot, so that's what's going on if I have to use it. Right, I'll see you in a mo. Oh, it's absolutely freezing. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I've got the little GoPro down the end there. Bit of aluminium behind it. It's blowing about 30 miles an hour at times, blowing right up my back. So hopefully we can actually hit it. So these are the low powered ones, the green ones. What we're going to do in a moment, we'll work through and see how much of a crack we get, but it might take a while to actually hit it. Wow, that does go with quite a crack. Hang on, I'm going to quickly put the camera behind it. Right, stay there. That's splayed right out the back of the stainless plate on the back there. Oh. It's not ideal running up and down when you're trying to hit a tiny little target like that. That's pretty loud. Wonder how loud the black ones are going to be. Right, I've just moved the goey. Wow. Well, let's go and have a look at that quick. Cool, it does just smell like a 22LR. Wow, look at that, look, they just splayed right out the back of that stainless. I'm going to have to pick those out. What we'll do is work up into the next power level. Then when we get up to the black ones, we'll stick the old safety glasses and some eggs behind them and see whether or not we actually get any propellant come out of these. It smells just like 22LR, it's got that sort of waxy smell. It smells a bit like the CCI sort of subsonic stuff. Interesting. Right, let's carry on. Well, that's interesting. I guess this is why they're normally in a barrel or in a chamber. When they're fired, they've splayed right out. Wow, they were really stuck in there. They were completely wedged. They'd splayed right out around the back of the stainless. Had to drift them out from the front. That was pretty cool. Right, I've just reloaded it with some of the yellows. So they're the low to mediums. You can see on there as well that I only just nicked those in them shots. I'm running up and down all excited. Right, we'll see if we can do a shot from the front on the GoPro downrange. Safety glasses, I think. Flip here now. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Can't see a thing through these, all huffing up already. Wow. Right, let's go and have a look at that. Bloody hell. Well, that's definitely louder. It looks like we actually went through that one. That must have been what came back at us. Yeah, we don't want to mess around with that too much. This is probably my favourite target we've built so far. That really goes with a crack. Take a little bit of time though to dismantle them and get them empty, well, spent cartridges out, but that didn't half go over bang. I think we're going to go straight up onto the black ones, the ultra spicy ones, and we're going to get one of the sets of safety goggles behind it and see what sort of damage they actually do. So I'm really curious now because it certainly sounds pretty aggressive. Right, let's get cracked on. Right, purple tips. These are the ones in the black box. These are the extra high powered jobs. We're not taking any chances, them safety glasses are going on, but we're also going to stick the other pair of glasses behind and see what sort of damage they do from close range. So I'll get them propped up, you see how it goes, eh? Right, the high-tech test facilities. We've got the purple ones there, the high-powered ones. You can see I've just wedged the safety glasses behind. Now, we've used these glasses in a few videos. We haven't managed to shoot through them safety glasses. Well, not this exact pair, but one of the exact same ones from the same batch. We've not managed to shoot through them with a sub-12 rifle with all the different types of pellets. We've got it propped up against a brick. Now, it's going to be pretty interesting to say the least. So I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to have my glasses on way back. I'm 25 yards away, just under. I think it might have been pellet that went through. I think that might have got a little bit of a kick up its backside from the powder charge going off, but there's no obvious deflections on the back panel. Not sure. Right, anyway, let's get this shot and see how it goes, shall we? Right, safety squints. I think that must have been my pellet that came back. Sort of went up a little bit. I think it dropped down behind us somewhere. It's all in an enclosed safe area, don't panic about that, but I'm a bit gutted that I got complacent with that. Oh, hang on, the phone's going. Right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's go for the other one quick. Can't see a lot out of these safety squints. Can't see bugger all. Oh, let's get a look at that. Look at that. It's taken a good whack. Oh, it's busted the arm off. So oh. Wow, 2 clear burns, but actually nothing's gone through. I'll tell you what, these are the cheapest safety goggles from Screwfix. We haven't managed to shoot through those with anything in sub 12. Apparently they'll withstand shot from a 12 bore as well. I don't know, I can't remember what the range was. One of the chaps told us before, but that's pretty impressive. Didn't get a pellet go through that time. It's actually took quite a whack. It's actually taken a bit of the old brick dust off of there, a bit of the mortar off of that bit of concrete. Wow, he's an absolute beast. Right, I think for the moment, before anyone gets hurt, we're going to take this home and have a quick look at this and have a look at them shells. Right, I'll see you in a little while. Right then, we're back. This is by far and away my favourite target. Look at it, it's so cool. I mean, it's the best target we've built, but that could so easily have been the worst day shooting we've had in a long time. That ricochet was pretty sketchy. I mean, it did go up and over us, but either way, if that had come back, should have had my glasses on, consider myself bollocked. I mean, that's just a little bit dodgy. I mean, I'm always shooting into a lead-lined backstop or a putty-lined trap, usually when we're doing pellet testing and things, but sometimes you just get complacent. I was rushing around trying to get stuff done before this storm rolls over. You know what it's like, and that could have so easily been an awful lot worse. But the concept of this target is not something that I've just cobbled together. I mean, I've obviously just thrown this together in the shed, but you can literally buy targets that work exactly like this, that run on even up to 9mm calibre blanks like this, so way more powerful than this one. You just got to be so careful with this sort of stuff. I mean, any shooting, target shooting, when you've got backstops that are solid is potentially going to be dangerous. Yes, I should have had my glasses on, but it kind of took the edge off of today's video for me, unfortunately. I really enjoyed making it. Sam did a great job painting it, but I think going forward we're going to have to push the ranges right out and just be super careful with that. I still haven't ascertained what actually came back to us. Interestingly, on a couple of these casings you can see where the pellet actually struck it, but the weird thing is that obviously the pellet's gone in that way, but it's actually blown back towards me. So when it's ignited, whether or not the pellet was stuck in the end here and then blew back, I think that's possibly what it was. So I don't know, but I hope you can see from the video, I hope you can hear from the video how loud that was, because it certainly went with a crack down at my end. Brilliant little target. The old safety squints, they've done us proud again, look. Bearing in mind these are Screwfix's cheapest safety goggles, we still haven't managed to get through them even with effectively a point blank shot with one of the blanks here. Now, it's no wonder that our blank firing pistols in the UK don't have barrels on them. They vent either to the sides or to the top, so they don't actually have a proper barrel here. I mean, you'd certainly end up getting blinded, I should think, if you were to take a shot in the face with one of those. I don't necessarily think it would be fatal, but blooming hell, I wouldn't want to find out for sure. There was an awful lot of powder residue all stuck on here. I've picked off a lot of it already, but yeah, definitely no joke. Them black little casings that we had with the purple tips in the black box, they were the loudest, the most powerful of the lot. Certainly great fun to try these things, but yeah, kind of took the edge off a little bit getting a dodgy ricochet like that. So that'll do it for this one, guys. We've got an awful lot of stuff to get filmed shortly, but we do need a break in the weather. We've got a couple of different scopes. There's all sorts of stuff to do, so I shall see you in the next one.